Good evening, class. Today we're going to work on Chapter 4, Lesson 1, and we're going to break into 2 days again, so here's day 1. Our objectives today are I can write ratios to compare two quantities, and I can interpret ratios given them in fraction form. So let's get started. Ratio. Ratio compares two items, two quantities, two things. You can see here I have 3 different examples of how a ratio can be written. It can be written like this, it can be written like this, it can be written like that. In other words, you could write it, let's just do, you could do, if we were going to do the ratio 5 to 1, we could write it like that. We can write it like this, and we can write it as, so it looks like a fraction. I'm going to draw a line underneath here. So 5 to 1, 5 to 1, and 5 to 1. The 3 different ways you can write a ratio. What is the ratios of bears to deer? So whatever they ask you, the key here is finding the word 2. If you find the word 2, that divides your ratio in half. So bears to deer, so we count the number of bears, 4. And for most purposes, we're just going to do it like this. You can write it any way you want. You can use the 2, you can use it so it looks like a fraction, but you're going to see me write it most of the times with the 2 dots. What is the ratio of deer to bear? So this one would be 3 to 4. Ratios are pretty simple. Whatever is listed first is what you write down first. Whatever is listed second is what you write down second. Ratio of lions to ducks. Lions to ducks. So we count our lions, we count our ducks. 5 to 2. What is the ratio of ducks to lions? So that would be 2 to 5. Moving on. In this lesson, you're also going to have to be familiar with units of measure, both metric and customary. On page 276 in our book, we have this page that gives us a list of all the different weights and measures, so we'll be able to use that as a resource. In order for 2 units of measure to be expressed as a ratio, they must measure the same thing. Units of measure include length, capacity, weight, and time. Example, you could not express 34 kilograms in 52 meters because kilogram measures weight and meters measures length. These ones, this one, you can express them as a ratio because they both measure weight. This you could express as a ratio because they both measure length. This one you could not express as a ratio because one measures weight and one measures length. So this would be a yes, yes, and a no. Here we would have to convert. Here we wouldn't have to convert our measurements. Here we would. We'd have to either change feet to yards or yards to feet. Either way, it wouldn't really matter, but you can still compare them. Practice problems. There are 234 students in the math club. 104 of them are boys. What is the ratio of number of boys? Once again, find the word 2 to the number of girls. Well, we know how many boys there are, 104. Number of girls, well, does it tell us the number of girls in the problem? No, but it tells us there's 234 students. So if you take 234 and you subtract it from 104, I could have probably done this in my head, but I'd prefer to always, when I'm doing my math problems, to write it out or use a calculator. I don't have a calculator with me. So 104 to 130. And then question B, what is the ratio of number of boys to total number of students? So boys is 104. Total number of students is 234. So the ratio would be 104 to 234. You just got to figure out where the 2 is, and I didn't even do it on this problem, and I should have. Find the 2, and then look at what they're asking you to compare. boys to total number of students. There are 86 students on the swim team, 32 more boys. What's the ratio of number of boys to the number of girls? So once again, we have boys of 32, girls, we're looking at 54. What is the ratio of number of boys to the total number of students? Once again, you're looking at boys to total number of students. That's going to be 32 to 86. I think you get the point. I don't think we need to do another one. In class tomorrow, we're going to do page 125, 1 to 8. Make sure you have a calculator. Make sure you have your paper, your pencils, and be ready to go. We will see you tomorrow. Bye.